guys, and welcome back to the Anime Nichan podcast, a show where you can find reviews, rants, and much more about anime. And I am your host Jaren. So, do you like anime? Well, of course you do. Why else would you be hearing me talk about it every week? So, have any of these questions ever passed through your mind while watching an anime? Like, why did the last anime you watched have a dodgy scene of animation in the last episode? And why did the animation style start to seem to slacken off as the show progressed? Or why on earth did the show choose not to stay closer to the source material? If so, then Shirobako, the anime about making an anime, can provide you reasons delivered in an entertaining and memorable package. It's genuinely a well-written and entertaining story in its own right. It's highly informative and interesting to look at what the process of creating an anime is all about. And today, I thought about sharing my thoughts on this much underrated yet wonderful anime called Shirobako. And before we start, a little fun fact for you guys. Did you know, in the animation industry, an anime episode, which is distributed to the production staff members prior to its official release, is called Shirobako, which literally means a white box. That's because the VHS tapes containing these episodes were enclosed in white boxes and distributed. Despite the fact that these white enclosures are no longer used, the term still remains in the actual anime industry, and thus the anime's title comes from this little nuance, Shirobako. So without any further ado, let's get straight to the main content. Shirobako, in short, is an anime about making an anime. It's first and foremost a slice of life anime, and more specifically a slice of work anime. The show is split into two distinct halves. Episodes 1 to 12 is about creation of an original anime series, and 13 to 24 is about adapting a popular manga into an anime series. We then see the struggles associated with creating an anime, going across all of the various peoples and stages involved in anime and seeing how the studio overcomes them. I thought it was a really great idea splitting the series this way, since both an original series and adaptation have their own difficulties during creation. Aside from the creation of these two series, across both arcs, we see how the five main characters develop and determine how they wish to spend their futures in the anime industry, or whether they want to be in the anime industry at all. This shows a good perspective of how to initially become involved with the anime industry. Shirobako has a ridiculously massive amount of characters. But they need those characters, considering that they have an entire animation studio, and you just can't run that with 5 main girls. But the cast here is not only extremely varied, it's extremely realistic and lovable. This show absolutely nails every type of person you will ever work with. There's a spontaneous and overly confident dude, a quiet and knowledgeable girl always willing to lend you a hand, and then a fat guy. Who can forget about the fat guy? It's not just the characters themselves that are great. The way they interact and even intertwine with each other is what makes those relationships so believable and so important. After all, this is a studio we are talking about. There will obviously be problems within the workplace, but these characters are smart enough to know that they need to work together in order to accomplish a set goal. And not to mention that each of these characters has their own unique dream constantly pushing them forward. The key point in all of this is they all are human. The people that make an anime, from the director to the keyframe artist, from the production desk to the character designers, they all have lives, likes and dislikes, preferences, and most importantly, flaws. The director is the best example. He loves anime, he loves making them. He loves creating a world and story and seeing it come to life. But he's so childish. He doesn't like responsibility, he struggles. But ultimately the passion he has for what he does wins out. This is a story about making an anime, but beyond that, the people that make it happen and how they are so passionate about it. Talking about the art and the animation, I am going to have to break down the art into two sections. Firstly, just the normal scene-to-scene animation, and secondly, the big set-piece moments and the animation of the anime they are animating. I know it sounds a little strange. First off, overall the show looks pretty average. The character designs are quite standard, which is understandable as these are supposed to be relatively normal people. And the backgrounds aren't particularly imaginative. The colors don't particularly stand out as anything special. Honestly, it doesn't do much above what was considered to be the standard for an anime today. However, this is an anime about making an anime. So they also have to animate the anime that they're making. And I don't just mean complete scenes, I'm talking about the line drawings, the storyboards without the backgrounds, etc. etc. It may be easier to animate, but seeing behind the curtain at how the anime looks at each stage was fantastic. And it looked genuine, which it probably was. Then there are the big set piece moments. Every now and again there are these moments where the show really shines, where these big sweeping scenes take place. I won't spoil them for you, but I would be lying if I didn't say that I was occasionally moved to tears watching them. The soundboard is just above average. Half of the time it's just pretty standard slice of life soundtrack. Nothing worth focusing. But the other half it's important. Shirobako helps illustrate the importance of sound in various scenes, like when the sound is supposed to come in, what type of music is appropriate for what scene, etc. So in various important scenes, Shirobako nails it. The final 2 episodes are fantastic demonstrations of how music can add to the weight of a scene. And really, the majority of these final 2 episodes showcase the best soundtrack it has to offer. Not to say that the rest of the anime's music is shoddy in comparison, but the final 2 episodes stick out in my memory. Aside from that, Shirobako also knows how to use silence to their advantage. They are able to add tension to a scene when appropriate. The soundtrack fits the show very well, and the opening and the ending songs underline the basically happy and energetic atmosphere of the anime. Same can be said for the voice actors. It's definitely the most authentic slice of life anime that I've watched in a long time. That's actually happy and an overall positive experience. But I cannot say how accurately the things are shown in the anime since I'm not an animator myself. But what I can tell is that the show is obviously idealized to some extent. It's after all meant to be a piece of entertainment rather than a documentary. The story actually goes completely bonkers in the last couple episodes, with one of the characters actually deflecting bullets with the fat in their belly. So it wouldn't be a good idea to expect Shirobako to be a perfectly accurate representation of reality. There's so much packed within the confines of this slice of life / comedy anime that literally anyone can take something out of it. Whether it be the smiles, anime industry know-how, or even tears later on, we can all benefit from Shirobako in one way or the other. I think this show is more than capable of being one of the most enjoyable experiences anyone has with anime for a long time, especially if you have any sort of passion for the anime industry. So, that's it. Thank you for tuning into the Anime Nichan podcast. I hope that you would watch this anime. It's really worth your time. And if you have already watched it, then do tell me your thoughts about it. Share this podcast with your friends who might like listening to this. And you can even leave a small review if you're listening to this on a platform like iTunes or Google Podcast. That's all I have for you today. I'll see you guys next time.